Hey, what is going on you guys? It's Epic here and welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're doing a Wonderlands video, of course, courtesy of 2K and Gearbox. I was given access to an early build demo so I can show you guys some of the things before launch on the 25th of March. So do bear in mind that the things I show you in this video are still work in progress and could change by time you are playing the game, but today we're going to be talking about something which I've seen in some of the trailers and the gameplay videos for Wonderlands, and I finally get to tell you guys about it because I have hands on with the game. What we're talking about today is called Shrines and Challenges, and these are new little challenges in your journal section of the inventory page. Now on screen what you can see is some of the gameplay from IGN playing Wonderlands at the Gearbox offices, and as you guys can see in the gameplay they are talking to Paladin Mike and there is a really magical rainbow looking stone in front of them. Now what you are seeing on screen there is what is actually called a shrine. Now while I'm not sure where these shrines are always going to pop up, what I do know is that there is 6 of them listed on the shrines list right here, as you can see. And my thought with these is that all of these shrines are placed in the main story plot quest areas of the game. For example, Bright Hoof has a shrine because it is part of the prologue and is very story related, but where I'm at, which is Mount Craw, is not related to the story and is mostly just a main quest area, which is different to plot quest, and as such it does not have a shrine on the map. So yes, there is going to be 6 of these, so I would assume there is going to be 6 areas of the game where you can find these. But how does these shrines work? Well, as you can see by the description right there, you have to collect the shrine pieces in that specific map. So around the map there's going to be secret things like broken pieces of the shrine. You simply pick them up and then you go over to the, I guess you could say, main shrine and then place the broken pieces on, and when done you'll complete the shrine for a global buff on that map. Now as for the shrines, there are quite a few of them. All of them tend to have these really odd puns on them. The first one is the Shrine of Moolah, and for this one you have to collect 2 shrine pieces, and doing so will give you a global buff of 10% gold gain. I know it's going to be kind of hard to read up there in the top right, especially because the shrine actually blocks a lot of the text, but don't worry, I will read what each of them does for you. And we know that the Shrine of Moolah gives you 10% gold because, well, the pun kind of references it, and they all seem to be listed corresponding in order. Now the second shrine is the Shrine of Grindana. I'm guessing this is just like grinder or some kind of grinding pun here, but for this one there is actually 4 shrine pieces that you have to collect, and the buff that this will give you is 10% experience gain. The next one is actually a very cool one. It's the Shrine of Zumios with 4 shrine pieces to collect, and this will give you 15% overworld movement speed. So it's safe to say that this is probably a shrine that you're going to have to complete while in the overworld. Next up we have the Shrine of Throatis Punchers. This is another 4-piece collectible shrine, and this will give you plus 10% crit damage. The Shrine of RNG, or RNG for you educated gamers, is another 4-piece shrine, this one giving you plus 10% loot luck. And then finally the last one is the Shrine of the Crazed Earl. I love that reference there. Another 4-piece shrine, and this one gives you plus 10% moon orb gain. Now into the campaign challenges. These are set up kind of in the same way, but it's not like a shrine. There isn't 4 pieces of something you have to go and collect. They all have their own unique challenges, and I believe these are character wide. So once you get your challenge buffs completed, it will apply to your character globally, so you don't have to worry about being in a certain map or anything of the sort. The first one is the Lucky Dice Challenge. Finding 260 of these will give you a plus 20% buff to your loot luck, as well as the other buff to luck that the dice collection gives you anyway. So it's probably more than 20% by the time you've hit 260 of them. Those dice can be pretty pesky, so yeah, I'm sure this is going to be one of those challenges that people are going to be grinding out for quite a while. Now next up we have the Lost Marbles Challenge. This one wants you to find all 24 lost marbles, and when you do that you'll get a 10% strength buff. It does say that this is a permanent strength buff, which is pretty damn cool, and I'm sure all of these buffs are permanent anyway, but yeah, that's really nice. 10% strength buff, which if we go over to our skills page and check our hero stats, strength gives you more crit damage, so that's basically just a crit damage buff. Going down to the Rune Switches Challenge, finding 12 Rune Switch puzzles and completing them will give you a permanent 10% dexterity dexterity buff. Going over to our skill page again, dexterity will give you crit chance. Next up is poetry pages. 25 poetry pages will result in you getting a 10% intelligence buff. Intelligence is your spell cooldown buff, so that's pretty damn neat. Next is a really cool one, which I'll actually have a video on the channel about. This is Ancient Obelisks, and if you get all 11 Ancient Obelisks, you'll get a permanent buff to your Constitution by, again, 10%. And in general fashion, Constitution is max HP and ward. Next is the Shrine. If you get all 6 shrines, which we highlighted above, then you will get a permanent buff to your Wisdom, which the hero sheet tells us is your status damage. And then finally, the only one we have left is Attunement, and going over to the journal, if you want to get that Attunement buff, you'll have to find all 8 bottle cap shortcuts in the overworld. So there you have it. There is all shrines and challenge buffs in Wonderlands. Now, of course, I can't show you any of them in action because I just don't have access to pretty much any of that in this playable demo, but it will be really fun to show you guys what it's like at launch. And I think a lot of people are going to enjoy maxing their characters with all of these stat buffs. I think it's really sweet and almost adds a lot to the immersion of that D&D feel, so that's really cool. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, if you are going to pick up Wonderlands on PC and want to get yourself some exclusive in-game cosmetics, you can order the Chaotic Great Edition through my affiliate link in the description to get yourself the Knights of Butt Stallion cosmetics pack. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been really fun talking about it with you, and I'll see you all in the next one.